Okay, so it looks like the market's having a little bit of a recovery today. Everything's pretty much green all across the board today, except for just a few cryptos, right? This one, Jail Still, and the African Republic's coin, meme coin, which is already down 90% on the day, which is pretty crazy, but not unexpected, right? So yeah, pretty much all green across the board. We've got YNE up over 90%, Lister up almost 60%, Fartcoin up 33%. Everything looks like it's slowly climbing back up, right? And on the week, mostly red, but there's a few nice green ones in there too. I would say it's probably 60% red, 40% green, so not too bad. And on the month is obviously terrible because of the whole panic event that we've had with Trump's tariffs, right? There is a couple up on the month, such as Toshi and a few other exceptions, but yeah, mainly down. And yeah, it looks like we had the event with Trump, and it's kind of put the market into a big panic, right? And on the week we're slowly climbing back up, and on the day we're slowly climbing up a bit more, right? So it's looking like we're building a little bit of strength, right? Looks like people are building up a little bit of courage to dip their toes back in the water again. Yeah, because what happened is obviously this event that we had caused Bitcoin to dump quite a bit and take out a bunch of it caused it to liquidate a bunch of long positions, right? Because there was a lot of panic and people sold a lot, and it's liquidated a lot of the long positions that were open here. So now this area is clear. There's not anything to liquidate in this area now, so we won't get the same kind of dump again unless we go below 90k basically, or 89k. You know, if we go below that level, then that's not going to be looking good, because then we're going to be breaking out of the range that we're in here. You know, we go below here as well. You know, we're in this range, in this blue box, and if we go below 90k, we're breaking out of this range then. So yeah, that won't be great, but what would probably happen, I imagine, is we take out this liquidity here and then come down into this box here, and then we kind of pull back up. We'll have another wick like we had this wick here. We'll probably take out this liquidity and then just wick down into this area where there's not much liquidity, and then probably recover again, right? Because I can't see it going down further, just because of the macro condition that we're in, with Trump as the president. The SEC's got crypto-friendly people in charge of it now, rather than Gary Gensler. We could be getting a Bitcoin strategic reserve, and crypto in general is just becoming more adopted and regulated and stuff like that. Okay, so I just can't see it going lower right now. So yeah, maybe we get another wick down and altcoins will probably take a hit, but altcoins have already taken a big hit. A lot of it is already priced in, so I'm not saying they won't go down more, but I don't think they're gonna go down. It's just they've already gone down a lot, so how much further can they really go before they start recovering, right? So yeah, this is definitely the time to be getting in. This isn't the time to be getting out. You don't want to be getting out at the bottoms, right? This happens over and over and over again. The cycles, you might think of the cycles as like, you know, this, right? You might see the cycle as that's a cycle, right? And you know, this is a cycle, okay? And this is a cycle, yeah. Those are the big 4-year cycles, but these cycles happen over and over again on a short-term basis. Like if you look at any one of these cryptos I've got down here, just do Pepe for example. This is a cycle. That's the bull cycle. Yeah. This is the bear cycle. Right. Back here. This is the bull run. Okay, that's the bear cycle. This is the bull market. That's the bear market. It happens over and over and over again. People buy, you know, the price goes up, people buy, people FOMO in. And I don't know if you've seen like a coin go up if you're new to crypto or something. If you've seen a coin go up quite a bit, then the temptation to FOMO in is quite strong, right? You just see it going up day after day, and you're just like, oh shit, I'm just gonna buy it. Like you might wait, you might be like, nah, it's gone up too high, and then it goes up even more, and then you're just and then eventually you just end up giving into it and just FOMOing in, and then a lot of the time that's not a good idea because it could be all the way up here and then it could come down, right? But sometimes it does just go up more. So this is why it happens, right? People just FOMO in and it just goes up like crazy. So yeah, it's like loads of little mini bull runs. These cycles happen over and over again. It's like a psychological cycle. It's a psychological thing. This is all FOMO, and then people start taking profits, and then once it gets down here, people start capitulating. They start panic selling, and then the cycle, and then it kind of bottoms out. It kind of consolidates. It finds kind of a stable point, like over here. Finds a stable point where the buyers and sellers are equal, and then eventually something triggers the cycle to just the cycle happens again. Something will come along to trigger another cycle. It's just it's just a psychological thing. So yeah, anyway, so we're pretty much just waiting on news now. If we get some more bad news, maybe Bitcoin drops down and altcoins take a little bit of a beating. But like I said, we've already had quite a bit of a beating anyway. So yeah, we can take a bit of a beating. I don't think we're going to come all the way down here or anything like that. I just can't see it happening. It's possible, obviously, but I just can't see it happening based on what I said earlier with the macro conditions, the market, and all of that stuff, right? So yeah, we're pretty much just waiting on the next big bit of news, whether that's going to be the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve and countries buying Bitcoin and then altcoins too, hopefully, or whatever it is. We're just waiting on the good bit of news. We're pretty much going to go sideways and maybe even a little bit down, maybe we have something like we did here, slowly sideways and down until we get the next big bullish bit of news, right? So yeah, but we're going to get cycles again, right? Like meme coins right now, for example, have taken a big hit. So we just looked at Pepe, obviously it's taken a massive hit, right? Bonk's taken a massive hit, Whiff's taken a huge hit, Popcat had a massive hit, Turbo massive hit. Meme coins are down big time. So that's the bear market, that's the mini bear market for meme coins, right? Okay, so next up is the once these find a bottom, which I think this is the bottom we go sideways, because we had the bottom here. We've already had the bottom in this level. They've all come back to the previous bottoms. So this one's come back to the previous bottoms, Popcat. Whiff is obviously just been annihilated, so I'm hoping this one recovers. It probably will, because it went to a pretty high market cap, so I can't see it going too much further, but who knows. But yeah, all of these meme coins have come down to their previous lows, right? So this is like, in my opinion, this is the end of the bear market of this current micro bear market, right? So I think we're going to consolidate in these levels down here, because that's where we consolidated before, based on all those meme coins I just went through, right? They're all back down to their previous levels, consolidation into their consolidation levels. So the next phase, in my opinion, is there's going to be another bull run for these meme coins, right? It just happens over and over and over again. So, and maybe some of them don't come back, maybe some of them do just keep going down. But my point is that meme coins are all taking a massive hit, and sooner or later, this is the time to buy them. This is the time in the cycle to buy them, because the next psychological phase is the FOMO phase. So yeah, it's simple really. You just want to buy in the fear and sell in the greed, right? And right now the entire market's pretty fearful. Where's the fear? There is. Fear's at 35. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of fear right now. So yeah, this is the time to buy, and you want to be selling in the extreme greed ideally. So yeah, now is the buy time, unless you think we're going into a deep bear market, but I don't see it, because based on what I just said earlier, you know, all the macro conditions, and you know, Bitcoin hasn't even pumped that high yet, considering, you know, so if we come back down to here, that's kind of like the worst case scenario, I reckon, to the previous all-time high. Going any lower than that is just ridiculous. I just can't see that happening. I cannot see that happening. I can't see that happening at all. So yeah, if you think we're going into a bear market, then maybe it's time to sell and capitulate, but in my opinion that's not a good idea. I think we're going higher. We look at the total market cap, you know, we broke out of the all-time high. We broke out of the all-time high on the total market cap, and now we're coming back and retesting. We're retesting the previous all-time high. So this is usually, technically, what happens before you get a big move up, right? It breaks out. Usually what happens on the charts is it breaks out from its previous all-time high, and then it comes back down for a retest, and then bounces, right? So yeah, you seem to be holding the previous all-time high pretty well. So the next bullish piece of news for the market, for Bitcoin and the market in general, yeah, total 2 chart didn't even break out yet. So yeah, we're pretty much just waiting for the altcoins now. It's just a patience game. Bitcoin broke out, and now we're just waiting for the big altcoins to break out, which are close to breaking out. Right, like we look at total 2 and total 3, they're close to breaking out, and then others is a little bit further away from breaking out. It's a little bit further down, right? But this is normal. Like, this is what happens in the previous cycles, right? As Bitcoin breaks out, and then Ethereum, and then all the other large caps, and then all the small caps. So it's the same shit as in the previous cycles. It's just doing the same shit again, and you can kind of rely on it. It's not gospel, obviously, but you can kind of rely on it just because it is a psychological. It's all like a psychological thing. It's just like, it's a psychological cycle. Like I said, it's a cycle that it triggers emotions in people, and most people aren't taking this seriously. A lot of people aren't taking this seriously. They just FOMO into the market, or they panic sell. You know, they don't. Like most people in the market, a lot of people in the market don't actually know what they're doing, and you know, they allow their emotions to, you know, they allow their decisions to, they allow their emotions to run their decisions, you know. So obviously that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use your brain and not your feelings, right? You shouldn't trade with your feelings. So yeah, Bitcoin's broken out. The big caps are going to break out soon. It might not be Ethereum this time. It might be Solana and XRP. They might overtake Ethereum. Who knows? But yeah, and then everything moves down in a waterfall effect and moves into the shitcoins, because it's going to happen, because people put their money into the small cap coins. It's all like, it's a psychological thing again. Like, people will be greedy. You know, they'll see all the big cap coins and they'll be like, oh, you know, there's not much gains left in these, and then people will start buying the small cap coins for the huge gains, and then the small cap coins will start shooting up like crazy, and then you know, everybody's just going to FOMO into them because they see the price going up like crazy, and then people are just going to FOMO into the small cap coins. It's all just based on fear and greed, really. At the end of the day, it's a psychological cycle based on fear and greed. So yeah, the altcoin season's coming. I do believe the altcoin season is coming. When it comes exactly, who knows? But based on the 4-year cycle, it should come at the end of the year, right? End of 2025. So yeah, we'll see what happens, eh? And yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for this video, and drop me a like if you like the video, obviously, and subscribe to keep up with my future videos. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one, hopefully. Bye bye.